Ethanol is the type of alcohol people like to drink. We also put it in our gas tanks, but most of our contact with it is through drinking beverages with various levels of ethanol content. Everyone knows that consuming too much ethanol will make you ill, and that consuming too much over a long period of time is associated with a long and threatening list of terrible illnesses. There's even a rare illness known as autobrewery syndrome, where brewer's yeast colonizes the gastrointestinal tract, producing ethanol whenever sugar is available, leaving the sufferer constantly drunk. Ethanol, despite its bad reputation, is actually one of the less toxic of its chemical siblings. Two of those siblings, methanol and ethylene glycol, commonly cause much worse problems. Methanol, better known as wood alcohol, can cause no end of trouble. Methanol is occasionally present in improperly distilled booze, and poisonings do occur. The trouble with methanol is rarely the methanol itself, rather that it is broken down by a liver enzyme called alcohol dehydrogenase into formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is a rather unpleasant chemical that is often known for its use as an embalming agent. The formaldehyde is further converted into formic acid and formate, which aren't any more pleasant. They cause damage to your optic nerve, even in low concentrations, causing blindness. In higher concentrations, formic acid causes your blood to become acidotic, potentially leading to death. Ethylene glycol is no better. More commonly known as antifreeze, this sweet-tasting alcohol is another frequent cause of poisonings. It's broken down by the same enzyme, alcohol dehydrogenase, as mentioned earlier, into glycolaldehyde. In this case, it is further metabolized into glycolic acid and oxalic acid. Glycolic acid is directly toxic to the kidneys, causing acute renal failure. Oxalic acid binds calcium to form calcium oxalate. Calcium oxalate occasionally forms naturally in the urine, causing kidney stones, but when it forms in the blood during ethylene glycol poisoning, those stones start forming everywhere. Most of the problems affect the brain, heart, lungs, and most seriously, the kidneys. People with this form of poisoning, who aren't treated, frequently die from kidney failure. Speaking of treatment, this is where ethanol comes in. You may have noticed that it is not methanol or ethylene glycol itself that cause problems, rather it is their metabolites. The first step in metabolizing them is performed by alcohol dehydrogenase, which, it turns out, prefers to work on ethanol rather than anything else. So, if you were to arrive at the hospital after being poisoned with either of these two substances, the doctor will promptly begin getting you drunk, usually by running the ethanol straight into your veins. Admittedly, this treatment is becoming more infrequent in recent times, with preference given to fomepizole, which stops the function of alcohol dehydrogenase entirely, and has fewer side effects than ethanol. However, it is extremely expensive and sometimes isn't available, and in that case, ethanol is the way to go. With the alcohol dehydrogenase busy or put out of commission, both methanol and ethylene glycol will be excreted in the urine harmlessly, leaving your vision and kidneys intact.